Technically, just to be clear with you, Onpassive will not be shut down. Okay, so be clear on that. We're not going anywhere, and it's not causing any harm or any threat to anyone by, obviously the outcome is telling. So hopefully we'll give you the final update in the coming weeks, but I think this is enough for this topic. Okay. Now we want to talk about the other locations. Okay, when this happened, and I told you, I just mentioned it attracted some of the bad apples within the organization, and them having the interest of bringing Ash Mufareh, his wife, down, and they would have full control of the company, also just have a good life. That was deliberate, okay? That was not an accident. And that was the worst thing when you have the best intention in your heart for people and you really, really, literally have changed their life to the better beyond their dreams and expectations, and they go stab you in your heart from the back, from in your eyes, like really destroy you intentionally. So that was painful when we cared more for them. And this is where, you know, obviously as a side effect is like the delay would even complicate the SEC case. I'm paying for that. My intention is like, I'm after the time. I just told you time is my, that's why I have this, old time clock, uh, sand clock here is because time matters, is everything, okay? A minute matters, can make a difference. And I believe we're here temporarily on this earth just for a test. So we have to be productive, right? We're not here forever. And I was just recently reminded that my youth time is over because somebody was calling me uncle. I said, what? They're just young. Like maybe I'm a couple of years older than them. And anyway, I wish I had time to be cute, but the the reality, time is crucial. So I want to confess to you out of a good heart, because I was excited and eager to get things done as fast as possible. I was not as cautious as I should be when it came to hiring, especially the heads or the executive positions. So I was more after the number and the speed, the time. I want to get those things. So my philosophy was, if I overstaff, that's okay. With the probation period, we can, rectify things after a few months and see who stays or earn the opportunity. And it's okay to have that cost. I knew business would be okay, or at least I always said to be over prepared and overpay better than come short. You know my philosophy. But unfortunately, when the heads are, I would say, hmm, not clean, or they get greedy, uh, that's a problem because everything falls and rises upon the leadership. So in Hyderabad, obviously that was not our first office in India. We started in 2018, end of 2018. In Kolkata, we expanded, we maximized the office, and we saw the need for more IT, AI talent. Where's the best talent? We were advised that is in Bangalore, India. We said, no problem. If that's a Silicon Valley in India, we'll go there and we'll expand from there. We did. We were having a hard time to also have talent because it's a very competitive, probably oversaturated. We said, what's the next one? The next, high-tech city or Silicon Valley in India will be Hyderabad. Let's go to Hyderabad. So at some point we had like almost 3 locations. One is like winding down. The second one is still, on, and then opening up while we were investigated. Okay, but we decided to focus on one location, and we took that uh, large building you recall a few floors in Hyderabad, and at some point we had 700-800 people. I always aim for maximum capacity, but with COVID a couple of years where in between they slowed us down, and we wanted to have social distancing. Anyway, uh, moving forward after the fallout in July 2024, technically in June, we realized that it's too broken to be stitched back. We saw that we should wind down and have people move forward with their life and find a career until we fix this. It's not going to be a day or two. We knew it's going to take time. As painful as it was, doing that uh, with employees then were not paid for a few months already. Mismanagement, corruption from another location. That was the biggest mistake. So we decided to just wind down the office until we figure out like how to move forward, because we have to stop the bleed, correct? Okay. And the resistance still within. So it's hard to know who's leaking, who's genuine, who's not. I have to say it was much, we had obviously loopholes. We had in India, I'm talking about when we were in Hyderabad, we had challenges as any startup. That was natural. It was tolerable. But when we got another location involved, people from different background and cultures and all that, that's when things, got really more south, okay, and went down. And the more complication, more corruption. So they've attracted or trapped a few of our good people in India to become a part of this plot. And then we're trying to get rid of a few, but it sounds like it's too broken to be fixed. So as much as it sounded like it was not as smooth in India, but it was moving. It was not perfect, okay? I had my pains with our Indian teams, okay? But it was still moving toward our objective. But not to the severity of the uh, ethical or core ethics of our individuals. There's so many hardworking people. There's some of them who grew from no one to really professional expert on some areas of the development. And some have transformed their life because of our business, like relocating, uh, picking up their family. So they really had a good setup in their life, and they were pretty comfortable and so loyal to the business. So more of those people. But sadly, when things get tight and not everybody reacts the same, so you could imagine people who I've left on the payroll for like as long as I could, and I gave them the opportunity over and over. They were not given as much value back because it's me and it's not right. Okay, it's not a business, a good business practice. It's quite the opposite. You don't lead by just emotions or manage. Okay, I'm talking about management. So that was taken against me, and they took advantage, and now they palled with the wrong guys as well. So against me. This is how unfortunate is life. You do good, people stab you. But for the most part, I'm really honored for the people I got to know in our Indian team, and forever I'm thankful to them. But that building had to shut down and okay, restart. Where and how and all of that, we'll talk about that in the future. But that building is not operating for Onpassive as we speak. No one is an active employee in the Hyderabad location. No one. I am morally obligated to settle their salaries, outstanding payroll that was caused by others. Just moral obligation. Even if I didn't have the payroll funds or control of them, I was committed personally from my own personal. So we're working out a settlement with the labor deputy, and hopefully everybody will be satisfied or pleased, or will come up to a satisfactory resolution in the coming weeks, and that will be also uh, a happy ending to our former staff. Okay, and I regret, that we had to move forward. It just an unfortunate thing. We go to the next location. Obviously, that's an easy one. Okay. You figured out like we're no longer operating in Dubai, right? Since that time. And that's basically the source of all the complications. Now, a couple of locations were tied up to uh, Dubai, okay, directly managed by them. They were not productive, and I'm glad they're not uh, functional and not operating at the moment. Singapore, we put a lot of money in Bangladesh. We got nothing but trouble from there. We've located, I paid whether payroll for individuals there or uh, for office locations, licenses, paperwork, whatever, well over a year plus. Okay. I can't even count the time, and got nothing in return. Not even one day that we operated in Bangladesh. Egypt, we built it from scratch. You've seen the videos, nice building. It was expensive, luxurious location, all of that. And the general manager was complicit as well in the plot in Dubai, and was also not doing the right thing. Okay. And other ventures around, just not the specific office, but other ideas or projects wherein the development did not evolve well. And that brings up, the topic to our ex-employees. So technically, I am voluntarily accepting the fact I'm not going to be in touch with these individuals, as much as I respect many of them or most of them, except a few bad apples again. Or actually, let's call them, because I don't think bad apples. I mean, should we call them animals? Criminals? Have a better word? We should be free at calling them. I think criminals is what suits them, okay? Because it's insane from them to think that they will get away with it. Yeah, it doesn't mean we were just letting it go in the last few months. It's a process. We've got to do the right thing. It was a lot of trust we've given them, so we had to unpack so many complications. But the truth will always prevail. I've told you that a gazillion times. The truth will always come out. Uh, it's their choice. I worried about their family, what's going to happen to them if they end up in prison, or what's going to happen to them. I'm that naive. You don't know how much this drove our lawyers or some of the good advisors in this, when I was very considerate and mindful about whether spouse or daughter or family. I'm not going to change. I'm not ashamed of being a good human, but because it's not just my dream, it's not my beneficiary, venture. It is because of you and the millions that they had to also get affected negatively, whether by the delay or getting mixed up with the feeling, the trust, all of that. They've got to face what they deserve. And we leave it there. So at the moment, all those mentioned locations, okay, we have no operation and no employees, and voluntarily, I will not be in contact with them until we settle a few things, including some governments over UAE, Egypt, and of course, India and United States, what they will, like SEC is one of them, to recover some of the funds, okay, that they really, until today, they're trying to get away with them. Until today. And I'm talking about uh, millions. I'm talking about a property in Burj Khalifa that I paid for as a company, as an individual, with evidence. It's insane for them to think that they're going to get away with it. So, criminals, you think it's a fair name? Thieves, animals, pigs, you name it. All right, leave that to your imagination. Uh, but in the midst of all of that, I was always thinking, this is going to be temporary, this is going to pass. We should be more future driven and having solutions. In fact, I'm going to remind you, do you remember I said once, uh, probably early 2021, or no, 22, like end of 21, uh, beginning of 22, during the COVID times, we have potentially a CEO could worth 3 million salary. Do you remember that? Okay. So we didn't get to that point. We said we're going to give them trial, all of that. That's when the spark was, there is something not adding up for Ash. All right. Like, how do you attract this? Okay. And you deal with them. And it just like you uh, didn't agree on the robbery, somehow you split. All right. So that was, I'm just telling you, that far the eye opener kicked, okay? And from there it started building up and adding up, like, okay, this is not making sense, this is not right, this is okay. With all of that, again, my focus is to move as fast as possible. Time is my enemy in a way. And then uh, at any cost, we'll clean this up later. That's a mistake. I'm not claiming I was wise, okay? Um, and obviously we all suffered the consequences. So this is the situation with the offices, with the employees. Okay, so at the moment, of course, the Orlando office still there. We're not shutting down Onpassive, just to let you know. We're not shutting down. I'm gonna get to a painful part now, which is the affiliate commissions. That's when I said I'm no longer tolerating this to continue. I said we're gonna that's it. We're going to have to hit the brake. Until this is paid, we will move on. All right. And the lack of cooperation from some individuals, that was the straw that broke the horse's back, technically. All right. And I knew this was a robbery. And the wrong moves from the financial department, from the administration, caused more complication with the payment processors to flag them, suspect money laundering, and have the money or the funds seized. I'm going to be very specific with you. They took a lot of money, okay? It was spent on, good things for them. All of that is all known, okay? But there are two merchants with the amount of $52 million on hold. That was just enough to pay the payroll at the time for the different locations and the commissions. We had roughly like $30 million commission. So they persisted to recover those money, try to funnel them out. Obviously, I'm glad the funds were seized by the central bank in UAE. I'm so happy that happened. If they got away with the money, it's over. It will be harder. We will give them. In fact, there are people already wanted, for the Interpol, or I'm telling you, I wish time, like we could speed up time and forward, and I will be able to tell you exact details. But for now, you need to know they will not get away with it. It's insane to even think or dare thinking they will get away with this. This is money and hard work for so many thousands, whether it's $20 or $20,000. And it's not that. I'll be happy to sell my organs, no exaggeration, and pay it if it was my fault. However, it's just the reputation is who's responsible on the face of the public, on the face of the business, Ashmafara, right? Or Onpassive in general as a company. Do you know so and so? Do you know who the COO or the CFO or CMO or the complicit people? Do you know who's in finance or this or that? Right? Or the genius advisor in another location? No. It's my name, my reputation, my family, everything on the line, at stake, virtually everything in my life. So it's a matter of principle. It's not a matter of like, I know we could recover this funds. So that's why I went all the way at any cost. We need to win this to prove, not we're innocent, to prove our ethics and morality. We come from clean background, and for somebody want to mess up with our reputation, they will not be let loose with it, period. So this is where we are. This is funds on hold. It's not going to be today or tomorrow, but make no mistake, it's going to be recovered. Okay, we have governments now involved. No joke. I'm going to spell it out if it's okay. SEC is going to recover that money. This is the United States government. I'm cooperating with that. That's why I'm not going to be able to talk to anybody of the employees just in case for any information, but I'm going to provide what they ask, all of that. They have the power to do it. Trust me. They have unlimited resources and lots of power and influence over any location. So it's only a matter of time. I hope you understand. Plus other, uh, countries or departments are involved, and everybody knows the truth as of now. So we are past the data collection, the investigation, all of that. Now it's just the execution, and they will not get away with it. Even under the ocean, they will not get away with it. It's at a global scale, and they've had a chance to come back, apologize, ask for forgiveness, and fix this. They had months. They really thought they can get away with this, or this guy's an idiot. They still believe so. Let them do it. All right. But we understand, if you're a believer, no matter what, uh, it's not worth it. You're not going to get away with God. Okay. Everything is seen, and you know the haram you did. Okay. So we need to light this up a little bit because I'm not good at telling drama. And this brings up the topic is where we are in Onpassive today. It's not going to shut down, even as just because, okay, we're going to keep it. All right. Just because we're here. And those locations, I told you the status. Do I need to reopen them? We'll talk about this. But it's very obvious, I want to be respectful to your intelligence, that is not a quick process. This will take more time to settle all those cases, all those issues, all those complications. It will take a bit of time, but it will be solved and resolved. Everything will be behind us. And at that time, I'll be able to give more details if necessary to the public. But this is a big deal. So this is going to take time. So what do we do? I told you as early as a couple of years ago, I was already having the fear this may not work or may not work out, and it could take time. Or I could be stabbed. What does that mean? Backup plan? It simply, you go to, you're going through a specific destination. You're going from a place to another. The road is blocked. You tried. It's blocked. You cannot go through that specific path. What do? Detour, right? You could even modify the destination if you want, right? Like an upgrade, why not? So being stubborn about a specific way, it's just an egoistic mentality. We don't have to do that. So thankfully, you could imagine how my daily life was in such a way, trying to catch those holes and make sure it doesn't slip, doesn't get out of control. All the problems, the regular day-to-day employees, and whether task or delay or politics they had and competition and all those, operational drama, right? Uh, SEC investigations that affected other locations, right? And the reputation broke out in a way. Uh, all those challenges, trying to expand and get things done, and this whole thing may not work as we wish. You got to work on something else, right? If you think about the details and the physicality of doing things, yes, it's painful, it's complicated, all that. But you see the goal and the drive I have, it blinds me from seeing the details. And I have such a stamina that overpowers all those challenges. It overshadows that because, yeah, I'm already like, I'm sensing I'm screwed. So cry about it or find solutions. That's my drive and focus. And then we cry about it later if needed. But why? We don't have time to cry. It's a short life. We're big boys. I mean, so, and it was not the first attempt. It's not like, oh, immediately, just like work in a different location. No, 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 no. Okay. It was a challenge because I could have the same mistakes. I had to change. I had to reinvent my uh, managerial skill level, suppress my emotions in a way, deal with it as a business, as a corporate. So it was a few attempts, but finally, what I can tell you, and this is when I would say 2024 was the best year ever. Why? Because that's when you work hard, but all of a sudden you get that push by God Almighty. If you don't believe, that's up to you. But this is what I believe, okay? I believe that's when He gave us a good boost. He pushed it to the right direction. It's probably out of mercy, or it is mercy. This guy's tried his hardest hard, okay, and he's genuine about making a difference, and he has good potential, okay. He's attracted enormous amount of leaders and good people who are deserving. They're worthy of this happening to them. I'm going to lift him up, push him through. And that was it. That was uh, the deal breaker. I'm not going to claim I was a genius. I nailed it. I'm not going to do that. I am horrible. Okay. I confess that. I'm just, I have good thoughts, good ideology. I try to be educated. I get, my best, all that. But I'm going to be a human. I'm limited. It's a massive vision, more than you think, way more than you think. What we've been talking about so far publicly is just the surface, not even. So it's far deeper than you think. And we are going to be more than just fine. Hashtag Oliver Fonte. More than fine. Uh, what I have to offer you at the moment, it has to, for me to retain my reputation and recover all of those losses, logically, it has to be much greater than what we thought previously. We have to outdo ourselves in a way. We're not going to come back to the same level or a smaller level. So we need to top what we've aimed for before, okay, or formally. So I'm just going to say one word about the direction. Okay, you may speculate: is it going to be a different business? Is it going to be a different? I'm not going to say that today. All right, is it going to be on Fusion? Is it going to be on Passive 2.0? Is it going to be? The answer is, for now, it is not what you think. Okay? None of the speculations I've heard so far. Brother Chris Johnson come to me almost daily, right? Oh, I just heard this. Yay or nay? Nay. Okay? So it's not what you think, all right? And I will say this. It turned out, and that's what made me believe it's not me, okay? It turned out a lot better than what I worked for. You understand this point? I it stretched my appetite in a way for what's possible. And now I'm thinking back, yes, that's how it should be in the first place. But who am I to nail it from the first attempt, the first round? Why? I need to be schooled. I need to be tortured. I need to mop the floor with my, intelligence in a way so I can be a little bit more educated to handle the next phase or the upper level. So I'm grateful. I believe realistically we should be more um, qualified to lead ahead. I will give you one last example about my experience with the staff. Amazing. I've worked with hundreds of professionals in India, hundreds over the time. I think over the time we've hired well over 2,500, but not working at the same time. Like, people come and leave, changing locations, all of that. Okay. So we're talking about thousands. So I was asking them obviously for specific tasks. This is the level, they would come to me, they work hard, they do, deliver work to the best of their ability. Then they come back, uh, let's say supposed to be the launching day or the soft launch day. And I get a final demo in the morning when, like in the afternoon, my time, I need to release that to the public. And this is where I started smacking my forehead. No, I'm not going to put my name on that. Okay. As much as they tried, but it was not like I really believed it could be better. It was sellable, it was functional to the best of their ability. That's where we're going to say, thank God we didn't go with those. You're going to say, okay, we went live with OConnect. We paid, it was just, if you do the math, it was just a couple of weeks. If you add it up, like it was not consecutive. It was a little bit out of hand, but that was needed to basically reveal and expose everything. So leading to 2000, that was at the end of 2023, right? But leading to 2024, when God, I would say, if it's safe to say, interfered, okay, got his hand in the process. And where it got, so I'm waiting for to see, the direction, all of that, like the resolution to what we've had. When you think, this is better than I thought. I never knew it could be this good. We talk about this later, okay? So once I have more details on the commissions, they will be recovered. There are more, I would say, departments and authorities are involved to give this $52 million. $26 with Network International is one of the processors, 26 million or similar US dollars. All right. Those are your commissions. We will get them back. They're not going to go to somebody who's going to relocate and have a good lavish life for one animal crook or just a couple of thieves. It's not going to happen. This is our money. We will get it at any cost. But we're not going to pause about having a resolution moving forward. Okay? We will be thrilled, not just pleased, thrilled. I guarantee I will have full forgiveness for those who believe to say, I'm glad this happened. And maybe the final topic I want to say, okay, if you are in Onpassive and you're wondering how we're going to move on and like, is it going to be a migration? Is it going to be the same, different back office, different name, whatever? Okay. Okay. I just want to say something. Okay. Technically, I could just tell you we're done. I'm over. It's very obvious. I fought to keep this when I had every reason to say, you know what, I'm going to throw the towel, let me quit, and walk away clean. I had the opportunity. I have it as of today. I could have done it 1,000 chances I've got in the last few years to say, you know what, it's too complicated. I meant to do this for you, but it's destroying my life. I have to let it go. You go figure out your life. I'm not asking you for anything. So for the belief is what I want, So for you giving me that trust and belief, I'm not going to disappoint you. You bomb me, you nuke me, you chop me off, I will not let you down. If I say it, even if it costs me my life, just for the moral commitment I have for you and humanity, I will deliver. What's in it for me? My morality. That's who I am. My principles. It's not about how much I make or lose. I don't care. It's not going to affect my life. It's not going to change a thing about my life. I think many of you know me enough or close enough to know personal things about me. It doesn't even intrigue me or entice me. That's the last in my calculation. And that was a loophole when they saw this guy doesn't care about the money. Taking advantage of this or too kind, too generous. Okay? Or he's blinded by his like focal focus on the target that he's not seeing anything else. That was a disadvantage. That was a weakness. But we can change. Again, you can really remanufacture your personality. If your drive is that strong, you can become a whole different human. Not because of you or yourself or like, okay, because you need to get this done. The mission is needed. Look out around you. The world is changing. It's scary out there. It's all unknown. It's uncertain times we live in now. And it doesn't matter where you live. But it's not as nice as it used to be because there was so many transitions and changes, transformation in our lifestyle, whether it was technology or this or that, okay? And there's always a side effect or some negativity carried along with it. And we're in that transformation and the world is suffering that. Right now, 2025, just a few months from now, in September 2025, 5 months from now, at the age of 6 years old, okay, in China, it's mandatory 1.4 billion people to teach AI just like basically with the alphabet. They start learning that at the age of 6. At the age of talk about this 5 years ago. What's AI? See how much and how fast things are transitioning, and it's a total transformation. So if we're uh, on the wrong side or get the side effect of things, this could be destructive to us, catastrophic in a way. So to have a better positive outcome from this revolutionary transition and transformation, I think we've got to work together, and it can be done doing the right thing. Okay, because we're humans before anything else. I'm a human before I'm a businessman or inventor or whatever you call leader. We're human, so we need to go back to the basics. Yet in endorse and adapt the transformation and the evolution. And things don't happen just by wishing. Taking action is necessary. And you've got to take a risk. This is what I did. I was very honest with you from the beginning. I said, I'm taking a risk. Every day we take risk in anything. But it's worth to take a risk on a good cause, on something. What if it works? Okay, versus, it's not going to happen. You're still going to take the risk. And we were not created just to lay down and be fed and sleep and kumbaya. That's a definition of an animal. A tree is always going to be a tree. A dog is going to be always a dog. But we're human beings. We're unstoppable. We can reach heights no one can reach. Anything is possible that we put our mind into it. So it is possible, all right? I tell you, why do we create those mega ships, okay? Like a sailing city. They take a risk to go in the oceans and the deep sea, right? It's not, they're safe in, offshore or in the docked in the harbor in a way, right? They're safe, but that's not what they're created for. They're created to sail and venture, even in the unknown, discover, explore new worlds. It's a big, 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 big planet. It's a big, 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 universe. I don't know the longest destination you've crossed in your life, whether you flew, you drove, okay. Imagine how it's still just a couple of thousand miles. It's nothing. The, the closest object to us is the moon, 238,000 miles. It's right there. Imagine the next planet, millions of miles. Do you understand a million? Our brain doesn't process it. Even God gave us 2,500 terabytes capacity. This computer is 1 terabyte. I couldn't stuff it. I could never maximize it. 1 terabyte. This little brain is 2,500 terabyte, and yours and mine. And we're still limited. We're creations, okay? We're nothing. So it's not worth it to spend it on, negative causes. I hope this will inspire you in any way. I didn't mean to get preaching. Uh, I'm going to say I have a pledge or commitment to my brothers and sisters in the Arabic community to host a webinar in the month of April. So within the next few days, I'll be working out a schedule with leaders to do that. I am aiming for a weekly webinar at the moment. So our next webinar could be next week, this time. All right, if that works out for you. And we're going to try to allow more leaders to come in and, get warm up again and get engaged. And we will do the best moving forward. So keep in mind, move into Onpassive, like all of that, I said we will clear the balances. We're not gonna park or do anything or settle in any way until those commissions are paid. Again, just out of morality. I know a lot of you would say, you know what, can we just move forward? Okay. Yeah, we can do that, but not me. Okay. It will be settled in a satisfactory manner. And I hope, with our cooperation with the SEC and other departments, they will be able to get that in a reasonable time. Okay. And one thing is like the distribution, the allocation of that. I hope, they will handle that is a lot better. Though I just want to mention for everybody who purchased OConnect, they were credited back, obviously, the $97 as founders, and anybody else, who did not do it will still give value. I technically could say we're done with the founders position and O founders community. Uh, you know, we've learned a bit, but again, let's not change for some, uh, you know, people who chose to to do the wrong thing, right? Or to behave negatively. Let's not change for that. Okay, let's uh, remain humans. Okay, and stay who we are. So for that, I will discuss with the leaders, and we'll see how we can give or like either full amnesty or grandfather at a good deal where it will be sweet for no cost, obviously, just because we like to be the light in this darkness. All right, we like to be a good beacon of hope, uh, and give people a chance. It's brutal enough outside. It's slippery. It's muddy, and I know we could do better with a good intention. We've learned a lot. We've learned a bit at least. So I will be having a webinar soon with them and with the Arabic community. More likely next Thursday we'll have another session here, and we can dive in more into these topics. One, like to be specific, topic assigned to that session, and we don't have to take this much long. Okay, so I hope you forgive me for the time. I did not think it's going to take this long, just for so many topics. Wanted to get you up to speed, and but hopefully moving forward, we try to be very specific with the time, whether we assign 30 minutes or 1 hour, but we try to keep it within the time duration. This time is just so many things needed to be addressed to settle some of the rumors and set the theme for the coming weeks and throughout the year. It's going to be a beautiful year. I have all the reasons to believe it will be uh, a, a life-changing uh, year for all of us, a new milestone, and therefore, the coming years will be for the rest of our humanity. You have something good. I have something good. We have good intention to do something to make a difference. Uh, I think we have every reason to push for it and to fight as hard as possible. As I always say, the harder the battle, the battle, and the tougher the battle, the sweeter the victory. It's been a little tough, but we can take more. Uh, and we are in it to win it. We are winners by definition. No joke. I'm not asking you to convert yet, okay? You're not going to change your anything. You're not going to transform nothing. Just listen if you are interested in making a difference. All of my life, I was uh, believing that I want to make a difference. I want to find people who are interested in making a difference. And I always thought together we can make this happen even to a new level, make a massive difference together. So let's do it. Be the light of your neighborhood or your surrounding. Okay, it's all about networking. It's all about people. It's not about the exact formula or the structure of all of that. Harvey Firestone, heard of the guy? Uh, well over 125 years ago, to be specific. Okay, uh, that was, he started like adding the idea of rubbers on the uh, on the tires of the cars. At the time, he was a friend of, look who he hung up with, was Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and then what was the model they tried? Was it something S? MS, I think, or what was the model uh, of the Ford car? They tried to put the rubber, okay, became now the tires we know of Firestone. It's working. It revolutionized everything. Just being with the right people at the right time. Your network could not just transform your life, it could definitely revolutionize the life we have as of today, just years from now. And it's going at a speed nobody can keep up with. I hope I covered everything. We will consider a good, always what's best for you. We will do it like a good amnesty, even the bad guys, okay? Uh, they're welcome if we, forgive them, and uh, the suspended people, the people we've given refund to, the annoying people, they're definitely going to be more qualifications and more professional measures for people to behave themselves and have a better structure than what we've had. But moving forward, it's going to be a new chapter, and we will make sure we have you, always in the heart, and we'll have people as our priority to be considerate, be kind, and of course, we'll always do the right thing. That's a fact. We'll always do what's best and what's right. And I think if we've given enough today, you can stay here or take a break, and see you in about 7 days. Brother Chris,
Yeah.
Sister Julie, it's back to you. I need to breathe.
All right.
Take it
We're gonna,
away however you want. You
all
want
right.
to
We're
questions.
go take a water break.
Thank you.
Ask, or if you have to use the bathroom, but yeah, and Marty's gonna get mad that I asked you that. You know that, right? Uh, Number one, I'll start it off. I don't have any questions because I ask him questions all week long, like he said. And first and most, Ashmafara, on behalf of the Johnsons and the entire community of this company that's not on this panel, our sincere condolences go out to you and your family for the loss of your uncle. We announced that today, and I'm sure everyone on this panel is going to have something to say about that, which is awesome. Um, I want to say from the bottom of
Thank you.
my heart and from the Johnsons' ash that I appreciate the sacrifices you made, your beautiful wife made, and your kids made. I don't think a lot of people understand. I think they do now. I thought you were very clear about many things. I think you answered a lot of people's questions, and I appreciate you. And I am very proud to call you my brother. and my CEO and one of my best friends in the world. So, on behalf of everyone, from me, thank you, brother, for all the hard work and dedication and sacrifices you made. Now, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to try to do boy, girl, but I know I announced that I was going to do Collins first and then Comfort. And then I'm going to fit Susie in there because I know she's got some things going on. And then I'll go back to the boy, girl. So, Collins, the floor is yours. Are you here?
Yes, I am. I'm here. Harsh, thank you. Thank you for the update. Honestly, word cannot really explain what you're really going through. Sometimes things happen behind the scene. We don't know. We always see you with smiling face. And as Chris Johnson said, we just want to wish our sincere condolences to the loss of your uncle. As the scripture said, the Lord gives and the Lord takes. Blessed be the name of the Lord. We believe your uncle is in a better place. The world is really bad. So, and one of the things I want to say, Ash, bad things always happen to good people. If it is not you, then who? God cannot give you a load that will break your neck. He will always give you a load that you can handle. I don't think I can handle what you are going through. But my question here, I know you've already touched this part, and I just want to bring it back again. I was thinking about this every time when I sit in my quiet moment. I always think about this. And I said, how is Ash doing it? And I talked to myself, I said, despite of all the internal and external challenges and difficulties you're going through, what makes you motivated for you to keep going?
Beautiful
That's my
question. I love
question.
it. I can talk. Thank you, Brother Collins. I appreciate you always. I'm a big fan, obviously. I don't know how many subscribers you have, but I'm definitely one of them. Uh, uh, and, you know, I didn't do this for me in the first place. I was driven that I was led or inspired by something that, or let's say gifted, okay, something for others. So I feel it's a calling or an obligation that I have to deliver and commit it. And I love to live for a greater cause, a greater purpose than just my own personal capacity. I really believe for the knowledge I have or the exploration that I don't think we were just created to survive. So it's my philosophy, it's my principles, my ideology is we have to make a difference, positive one, good one, be good humans, and do the best. We're here temporarily. You're talking about death, right? I'm half a century old, okay, a little over than that. So how long am I gonna give? So I believe and here's the bad news or good news. We're all gonna die. We just didn't know the date. You are gonna die. You like it, you hate it, you're gonna die. Could be tomorrow, could be 100 years from, I don't know, but it's nothing. What do you do in that time? What would be the last thing that you do? As Brother DeGarmo said in the beginning, what is the thing that, or offline, the memories? How would you be remembered? I don't care if you're not believer, but what if there's a God? Use your logic. What? 1%. There's God and you're going to face him on a judgment day or something at the end of life or the afterlife. What if I'm going to be as ego as you are, as egoistic? So what if? So I believe we're here just for a short period. It's a test, the test. And we should not preserve an effort or breath to do good, whatever we could do out of it. We're gifted, and that that should not be monopoly to us. I enjoy it. I don't think it's going to shock you. I would do this if I've never gotten a dime out of it. Yeah, shocking. Not a dime, not a single red penny that it cost 3 pennies to make it. Are they going to stop making those red cents? Yeah. Definitely not years. It's going to be a beautiful 2025.
Collins, you have anything else? You're good. Thank you, Brother Collins. Thank you, Ash, for that great answer. Miss Comfort and Marty, check your messenger. Miss Comfort, you are up.
Yeah,
My
I'm
beautiful
here.
sister, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hi Ash. Accept my sincere condolence for the loss of your dear
Thank you.
uncle. Yeah, so Ash, I just want you to know that I acknowledge the fact that you kept accepting the fact that you are human and liable to mistakes, and I appreciate how you give all the glory to God Almighty for bringing you this far. And my sincere prayer is that He honors you with the kind of wisdom He gave to King Solomon, because this journey is just about to begin. And yeah, I think you never go wrong in serving God and in doing good to humanity. So, of course, like you said, we are unstoppable. So I just want to ask, maybe you've answered, but you can always repeat so that we get it really, really, really right. I know you've gone through thick and thin, like you are explaining to us here now. And I'm just wondering, was there a minute in your life where you stopped and said, my money, my time, my family, my reputation is all on the line, and they do this to me, I am backing off? Have you ever thought like this for a minute, Ash? I think it's good for us to know. Thank you.
No, I have not, in short. Can I say something in general? I don't know. Don't take me as preaching, okay? I could be in a preaching mode. It sounds, I've been, again, a couple of decades living here on Earth. It sounds life doesn't go as we plan. Otherwise, it will be boring. We all have an intention, but what is happening is a little different or severely different. So I would never claim that I know or I knew it. I know, I'm not a psychic. But I do my best. That is always my commitment. And back to Colin's point as well, is like knowing that you're doing the best you can, like out of a good, clean intention, pure ambition in a way for others as well. Not in any way, God forbid, to harm. That gives me enough comfort to believe in the mission, knowing that we're doing the right thing. Keep up the fight in a way.
Very good.
Back to you, brother.
Ash, yeah, let me know back to you, brothers, because sometimes you pause and I cut you off, and I still haven't figured that out. But
Yeah.
okay, number one, everyone's doing really good right now. I know Ash has some meetings later, but keep up. This is a perfect timing while we're doing this. So let's bring on Susie McCrae, and then we're gonna go to DeGarmo, and then Julie Wen, you're on after Marty, and then I'm gonna go to the tech guys.
Oh wow.
Hi, Ash.
I need to buckle up for that. Hi, Susie.
You got to buckle up. Yeah, thank you for inviting me today. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry about
Okay.
your uncle. I've had many close uncles in my life, and they're very special people. So
He's the funniest. You and
I
I
know
with
you're.
him would pee in our pants. Like he's hilariously funny. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, my father's brothers cracked me up all the time. They were fun to be around. So my heart's heavy for you. I do have a question though. First a statement and then a question. We have all been in this together. So I mean, I think you said it so well today that they took these criminals or animals or whatever. They took away a lot from you.
True.
far more than us. But they took away from us too, but we're still
True.
here. And we're all here to see this through. And I think it was very touching that having your integrity and your name and all of that is so important. And I think that drives you as well, to get that behind us and continue forward. And I'm just saying to everyone out there, who wouldn't want to be a part of this? Something so clean and so feel good, walking around being the light in your community. That's why we're here. And I think it's just wonderful that you're letting us know what happened. It's unimaginable, but we're all still here and we're in this together. And you say you're not going to let us down. We're not going to let you down either. But I do have a question. You talked about all the different locations and, things have changed there. Can you answer this? Will there be physical products, or are we still in the, is that going to happen? Because I know that was kind of on the table for a while, or a combination with digital, or do you feel it's going to just be all digital after all that has happened?
Good question. I'm thinking, what should I tell you? Of course, I know the broader one, but I have to say I appreciate you, Susie. We're definitely a family in the simplistic way, and to me, simply, I'd rather my principles to be bigger than my pocket or my bank account.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, digital and AI products, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
for sure, there is a significant change, right? If you wish, more than we think, okay? But I'm gonna say, not in the first release will be physical products. On future rounds, there will be also. So ultimately, it's gonna be a mix, but starting with digital and AI products.
Okay. Sounds good, Ash.
Thank you so much, Susie.
So good to see you. So good to see you, and glad we're going to be
It's better to
getting
see you.
together again.
Yes.
I love you more.
Thank you.
No.
Thank-
Are we gonna do this again?
Well, we got
Good.
to. We haven't seen each other in a
I know.
while.
You got to feel the
Thank
love.
you.
I think it's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah. Thanks, Ash.
Okay,
Love is legal, right? Last I
I
checked.
don't know. Lately, it's been pretty bad.
And we're allowed to have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We're
Thank
allowed
you,
to have-
Susie. Say hello to
I'm
the
gonna
family.
have
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun right now. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Marty's definitely coming on next, and then it's gonna be Julie. And
That's
I'm
a
gonna
big
bring
change. Wow.
yeah, and now listen, then I'm gonna bring Red on. And the only reason I haven't brought Mike Ellis on yet is because Mr. Mike always goes first on just about every webinar we're on. So I thought I'd give him a break. So
Wow.
that's the
Wow.
order. Marty, Julie, Red, Mike Ellis, and then I'm gonna start busting it up on you guys. So there you go. Mike, I've given you that break today because I know I should just make you go last because you're always first. So we'll think about it.
Brother Mike Ellis, don't believe it. Okay. They leave you later because they don't want you to be done and leave.
But I thought what you said.
They want to catch you up.
You know what? But then I thought what you said. You never know. Tomorrow could be your last day, and I'm thinking, well, Mike is a little older. Maybe I should bring him on first.
I hope, yeah. I hope it's a long way to go.
Yeah, he's probably gonna outlive us all. To be honest with you.
He's a good human for sure.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Martin DeGarmo, my brother, who I love, and we fight all the time like cats and dogs. Come on, Marty.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking about this as you were talking, that all the big names you remember in history are from what they did for someone else. All of them had nothing to do with how much money they had in their bank and all that. And I believe you will be one of those people. And I appreciate you are who you are. Even if you're naively big-hearted, it was worth it. Because even this really bad year, look where we're going. Everything was, meant to happen the way it happened. Obviously, you don't like it, but like your uncle passing away, young guy, very good shape, but you'll have the memories, good memories. And if you could leave here and people have good memories about you, that's half the battle. So I appreciate everything you do. Fantastic what you said today. And of course it was because you speak from the heart. And that always matters. And I'm thankful for everybody here too. They were here for the journey. And one day this journey will be a badge of honor. I know people don't look at it that way now, but it definitely will be. So yeah, thank you for being you. And I'll never go anywhere else. Thank you.
I love you first before I say thank you. Thank you. Actually, I appreciate you. I think thousands of us would say the same. It's not the same without you. So you are making a good difference, and we love you. But what's your question? I want to mess up with you.
I don't have one.
I know, but I certainly hope you know how much you're valued and appreciated among all of us. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's go back to Colin's question. That gives you a more accountability. It's like you don't want to disappoint people after they put their faith in you, and so it's no return. Like there's not a billion years from now, if we live that hypothetically, I would change. Do it or die. Back to you, brother Chris.
Thank you. I really like the back to you. That's helping me out amazing. So all
Yeah.
right, Marty. Yeah, I'm gonna back Ash in that. You've been a big help to not just me, but to every person that's belonged to this company from the start. So we do all appreciate you, brother. And when I mess with you, that means I love you. That's all it means.
Of course.
Next on the list is Julie Wen, and then Red, you are on deck, brother.
Thank you, Chris. Hello, Brother Ash. Great to see you always. First, I would like to send our deepest condolences to you and your family for the loss of your uncle. It has been such a great journey that we all have been in. And to me, it is a privilege for all of us to be here. And on behalf of the entire community, the unspoken person, and we all here know the facts that we do talk to someone that we met in the community, in this great company in the past 6, 7 years, every single day. And the amount of people that share with all of us about what you have been doing for all of us, it's amazing. Our hope and dreams are still alive. And so I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for doing what you're doing. And I wanted to ask you a question. I know
Of course.
there's a saying that behind a successful man, there's a woman and the mother-in-law. And so my question to you is that how are your family doing, your beautiful wife and your boys doing through all of this? To me, what had happened in the past year, 6, 7 years, is the road to success. And you are doing what you are doing for all of us, and what we are here together is a success. I see that is a success. And I see, and what you are doing is actually putting all of us at ease, knowing the fact that our future is still alive. So the question to you is, how is your family and your wife, your boys, and everyone else?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And also, Julie, you also have your touch on this journey. We all appreciate you. Thank you. That goes without saying. Perhaps I appreciate the question and the care about the family. Serious update. They're all free. Nobody's in prison so far. Nobody's hospitalized. No injuries so far. We made it. With all their pain, I still love them. And they are at a phase in life where they understand I'm not exclusive to them, all of them. And we've been talking about it to the point like that we wish we have more time and do other things and all that. We do it to the best of our ability, all right? And but I'm very outspoken about I have a bigger mission and you cannot monopoly me in any way. Okay, I have a commitment in front of God. So they have realized this is a reality, this is a fact, and they are on board. Okay, it's very, very easy to the point of my little son would ask me how many meetings do you have. So sometimes I say like it's not a big number. Like let's say I have 3 or 5 or whatever. Oh, you need to do more. It's like you're you're worthless today. Like why? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, you deserve a break. Okay, no problem. So I love that, and for all those who are in this type of business and they have their family on board, they know the value of it, the partnership. So I have good support. You know, we share the same things. You know about making a difference, being good humans, and that's very inspiring. And added to the accountability again. I'm sorry, Colin. I'm gonna hit it again. But they are accountable to me. Like I cannot also disappoint them. I have to be a good model to them. So any way you look at it, no way out. Whether I want it or not, like but I really love it. So yeah. But thank you, Julie. That was very kind of you as always. And they're here. Everything is good. We keep up the fight together. Hope the same for your family too. And those who don't have that blessing or that advantage where their family is on board in their vision, I hear you. It's harder, but hopefully, when one day they will become believers. Back to you, Mr. Handsome.
I'm so glad you didn't say I let him out of the cages today, but I thought for sure you were going to say that. Very good
They
question.
lose.
Yep. All right, let me bring up Mr. Q&A, Redfern.
Thanks very much, Chris. Hi, Ash. Very, very pleased to be here on the panel with such esteemed other people. Lovely to see you, Ash, and I'm sure that everybody watching is really over the moon that you have got our first webinar underway in 2025. You know something, I had an absolute bunch of questions before I came on here. Before I do anything, condolences to your uncle. It's always tough, isn't it, when you lose people within the family that you have a strong connection with, and obviously their calling comes a bit more sooner than you would want it to. So from Jane and I our deepest condolences from you. Business is a funny thing, really, and I have got one question at the end of this. And I think for any successful business, the one thing you look at is the leadership, you know, the person who is in charge. You told us a good year or so ago that you were taking back helm of the ship, and we have had a rocky road, but through your strength of your foresight of what is going on, you have steered us through some very rough waters. But behind the scenes, what you've also done is you've had a plan B. You've locked yourself away in the captain's cabin. You've been looking at charts, and we all thought we were going to Australia. How wrong are we? We're not going to Australia. We're going to a newfound land. And that is because the plan B is a better place than Australia was. This is the change that is necessary that you were talking about. Like I said, I had a load of questions. For me, you've answered most of the ones that were very foremost to me. The SEC case, it's been a thorn in our sides for a long, long time now, and people want to know what is going on. You've answered that openly, honestly. You've said about your reputation. It must have been hit so hard and been deeply upsetting for you. Like you said, I joined in 2018 along with Peter Rogers, who's on the panel here. Guess what we did when we first heard your name? We went on Google. We had a look. Who's this Ash Mufareh bloke? Clean as a whistle, only recommendations, commendations, other businesses, what you've done, how successful you've been. Why wouldn't we want to follow a guy like you in those early days? That was your reputation. And these things come at a price. You've decided, I'm going to do this company. I'm going to make this company for the betterment of humanity and the people who want to follow me. I applaud you for being that stand-up guy, for doing that, and really going through things that we cannot imagine for yourself, your family, and all the other bits. Another question I had, which you have done as well, is answered about locations. How many rumors did we hear about, is it, isn't it, are we, aren't we? That has been laid to rest now. You've confirmed what is going on. Do we need to know where we are now? In my opinion, I don't care. I don't care what offices we are, who's here, who's there. Do we look at other big companies? Where are they located? What offices are in? No, we just want to use the products that we want to use. We don't care where they're located.
Right.
And I personally believe that where we are located has no influence whatsoever on the success of the business. It's also heartening to know that you are fighting tooth and nail to recover what is rightfully ours collectively. We, as affiliates founders, have worked damn hard to help this business evolve and grow. Why shouldn't we be rewarded for our hard work, knowing that the money from, I'm going to use the word that you were looking for, scum of the earth have taken from us, is going to be brought back to us rightfully, legally, in the months or however long it takes to come back. That is heartwarming for me, knowing that you are doing that for us. We deserve that for our part that we've played within the company, and knowing that that is going to happen really does, for me, sit very, very well. You've told us then about moving forward and about how we are going to set new standards. We're going to bring something to the table that we've never seen before. This is the new direction I was talking about earlier. You as a captain saying, no, we're going to go to a better land. We are going to have a better company than you have ever seen before. You are going to be successful. I am going to make a difference. This is you as the leader that we look to be able to produce and deliver those things that we feel that you know more than we do. Ash, that I have stayed the course with you. Why? My reputation is intact. My belief in what I know is the right thing to do for everybody, for me included. I know is the right decision. This year is going to be the best year for me, for my family, and for everyone else. 7 for O Connect is going to be put back into the wallet.
So that was for, well, 97 for connect.
If you've paid for O shelf. That's new.
Okay. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Let me turn off this light. The middle boy, the little boy.
Ah, that's fantastic.
Deal.
Excellent. Ash, thank you so much. You don't have to answer the
Something obviously on behalf of all of us, good value to the community. And I hear you about, we all been with health issues, we go through that all the time. For some reason, God takes the, again, I'm going to use that, Brother Bicarmo. Yeah, that with him a couple of months in my life, but we were so close that he believed in me. A couple of years ago, he heard about the news, or my mom was telling him or something. He's my mom's brother. He believed in me regardless, even we were not like in touch. Been a great value, essential to our community. Red, things I actually struggle reserved a little bit, but it doesn't mean like we're not fighting. To do that, so that's something important, and we admit, mistakes far stronger. And I'm going to add again to the first. From all of us, we've invested a lot. What Susie said, what you're saying, Red, we've put. So we paid a high price at a just for the price we paid. So be clear. About the
fantastic.
$97, what I meant to say, give that. Now moving forward to everybody who paid $97, we are considering, okay, just so like give everybody a chance in a way, grandfather them or give them in the mechanics and the details are unclear, but this is so that's why we're always going
Excellent.
to look out for our
Killing me. Very good, Red. I'm bouncing itch in there, so come on, my brother.
No, thanks, Chris. have way, way more support than you even know of. Believe. And yeah, you're doing great, Ass. That's it.
Quite, it's a big drive to me. That's what fuels me. Thank you.
Well, I'll be here as long as Chris will allow me to be here.
You have the door key. You can come and leave anytime. Yeah.
Mess around with. All right, let me see. I'm gonna do a eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I think phenomenal translation. I'm gonna call those two next. Then I'm gonna jump to Marcy, and I want to say what a phenomenal job you both. French African community, the French community, and I'm very, very proud of both of you. So, Miss.
Yes, I don't know if I am the person you just described. It's a pleasure meeting you today. And mostly, we thank you for your resilience. We have been on hard on you, but that has been a terrible because you do have so many people loving you out here. We have prayed and we are very proud of what you have come out with. We keep on supporting you, and we know today is the is birthing here as we speak.
That's
You and we love you. We are here also to say our gratefulness to your wife. We are very here with you. We'll not leave. We are here supporting whatever we do. It won't be easy because after what you have just path, we'll go through something, maybe face things much more difficult. The difference now is that we are a family. We have come to know each other during this past year, and very strong bonds. And I know that the road ahead will be much easier. Much.
Thank you. Actually, Chris, you're way better. You're just a beautiful soul, and everybody knows that. Likely to always have some obstacles throughout the way, but I think we're more experienced now. Dreams, obviously, and we're a bigger team, so.
You. I told you she's got like the most perfect demeanor I've ever seen in my life. So I just
Amazing.
yeah, she's just got that voice too. Beautiful voice. Who came out of her shell, and we haven't she just can't stop dancing. I love with all my heart, Miss Marcianne. The floor is yours.
Hello.
My condolences to you and your family, and may the talk to him. And we are together in this. After listening to you today, I love you yesterday, I love you even more now. Because yesterday, and when I listen to you today, I feel like was meant for you to bring to us. And the reason why first is because we know where we came from. When we hear what you are, there's no doubt they're going to sit with you. They're going to wait, and there have been an injustice around the globe. And when there's injustice, what do? Work with you to support you and to give you better energy and beautiful souls around so that you can help us to take this injustice that the world has brought to us back. And we all can have our dignity. The world was supposed to be in the first place. So we really thank you. We appreciate. We are here for you. We are not going anywhere. We know that he has not much hope and too much faith. You say, this is my mission. I will not let my. Thank you so much. No question for me.
Thank you so much.
Back to you. Now I'll enjoy both those things. Since I did two, calling him as I don't see him on screen. Gershmander, turn your camera on. And Engineer Shashante after Gershmander representing India and Bangladesh. Gersh, you there?
Absolutely, Chris. I'm here. But yeah, thank you for inviting me, and absolutely thank you, Ash, for definitely. We always support you, not me. And we all are so proud that we are with you, with if we can say, and we understand each other, and here and there, we know each other now. And definitely, I think a strong person like you can only bring this afraid of accepting the challenges, and we really so just a small question. I think Susie AI and digital products. I know when we get such always, and you have told us so many times, I think 2021 and 22, you have told we understand that, and we always know that, yeah, if you are here, and definitely a backup plan will be there. And I think that yeah, because once we get this setback and it's not because we want to run this business and what's what. And I think way back in last year webinar when we were like you came on the 26th of December, I think I predicted this thing. Only question is that if we are bringing this business model, so I and if you can touch upon that little bit, not exactly, and thing will be rolling out, right, Ash?
Well, I don't know what device are you using, like your noise cancellation feature or device is working really good. Like you sound like
It's very good, yeah.
okay. The Apple one, we're veterans and we've been here for a while. So I need to clarify something. We're not talking about Onpassive 2.0. Taking anything from Onpassive. So I want you to know my resolution, which started a while ago, I want you to know let's not say concept, but let's say it's if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it is unrelated to Onpassive. And Onpassive. First of all, let's do this housekeeping, okay? We're not shutting nor declining nor denying anything of Onpassive. Onpassive, we decide together how we proceed with it after clearing all those things, okay? All those possibilities. You know, missing the timelines. I'm going to give you an example. They gave me March 1st as it will be testing day of so and so product. I didn't come and tell you much. I told you probably end of June or beginning of July, a couple of months. Realistic. And we came to that time, not the 1st of March. Thank God, between me and myself, I said, thank God I didn't put that date out, okay? Put that time, and it's really generous, very flexible. They did their best. I said it previously, or they worked as hard. Like we would stay on the screen or whatever, exchanging communication. It's unquestionable. But the results when we go and sign up, like to give okay, so it can go live application. So for that example. So one of the things I've learned, obviously, I'm not going to put it's going to be since we've known each other, if you remember, personally, we've been talking a lot, like summer 2018, if you remember, people, and you were supportive and all of that, even without having full class so far. And knowing the past few years, this will be the best year of all those past years, as good as they are in some ways.
Absolutely.
So it is reasonable to expect lots of yes, okay, I can say it. But the problem is a lot of people are going to say the wrong thing and they're going to start on my behalf and we go to the same loop. I've made a mistake a while ago. It was a business I joined, okay? About more than 20, 25 years ago, where I got, it's like network marketing. I got in a one of the questions I always ask about, you know, the top. I don't ask coupon or whatever. No, I don't care about that. I will get all the way maximum return. That's how I think. And not unlimited, but it was very promising. So I including buying a fancy SUV, brand new. It was when I bought it up front before day one at work. And other things in my life. So one of the you claiming success backward. I'm starting from the end. No, you got to go through the process until we do. Okay, so for example, I'll be more SEC in my speculation. Okay, within the next 60 days, be over. Possible. I don't guarantee. It's not my decision. What if it's all resolved then? It's too soon to celebrate today, but what if 60 days or 30? I guarantee you within the next 24 hours, maximum, you're going to. That's why we're talking today. The timing is important. So
Absolutely.
I'm some people got it, and I know they're smiling. Told you I was reverse, like succeeding backward in a way. and also with the experience of Onpassive. So now we're going to do things and sequences. If that makes sense?
Absolutely. I want to say so many things. I know there are some restrictions, as we know. You can't explain everything, but I figured out, and I don't know. My intuition is saying that yes, something coming up with a lot of exciting news, and I know you are always excited
I
when
can
you are doing
pledge
the
this
things.
to you, Grisminder and everybody else. I will not bring any harm or negativity to your life. I'm a human. I make mistakes.
I know, Ash.
Just give me the time and the belief. Again, if you have two offers, somebody do this, you're going to lose. You're going to and you have together. Okay, far. It's possible. There are better ways to do it, and it does. If you had those two approaches, I would trust the person who's not asking me what you do and where you spend your hard-earned money or borrowed money, that we can build a whole future and eventually a legacy for all of us. Just going
Thank
to
you,
lose a
Ash.
little bit of time and money and hope. So for all of those who got distracted, your life, you're free to do it. I just want the best for you. From my experience, I'm not doing this because there is a better option out there. Or you will be left behind. I'm telling you, if you're in it, you'll win it. If you don't, if you're fine, you're fine. Nothing is going to change in your life. But we can do better together. That's all I'm trying to say.
Thank you very much, Ash. Thank you.
And I'm saying this to everyone, Grisminder, forgive me. I'm not meaning this is like to you. So just a general talk. Thank you. And back to Michigan. I hope you make it safely.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Gersh. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ash.
Thank you, Chris.
Engineer Shante, hold on 1 second. I got to get Minnow in because she's got to leave here in a little bit. So if you don't mind, I'm going to let Minnow. Janet Butler, and then I'm saving the tech guys and Robin Noble and Daryl Cook for last. So
This is
Minnow,
not getting any easier. I thought
no, you're
the
killing
stuff is
me.
behind me. Yeah. All right, bring it on. All the good ones.
So thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. I have still another 15 minutes, but anyway, thank you. My heart is pounding, palpitating on behalf Echo Susie McRae. We love you, Mr. Ash. We're just pleased and happy to see you here. We're happy to see your smile. I'm definitely not having any questions that has to do with how much more and how sooner. No, I spare you with that. Bill must want to tell you he absolutely loves you, and so does everybody else that is watching. Thank you. I love you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Minnow. Back to brother Chris. I got you, Ash. Okay, Mr. Engineer Shashande, Mr. Bangladesh, go ahead. The floor is yours, brother.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Hi, Ash. It's a great Onpassive day. It's a great Onpassive day. Ash, we are really happy, and I think today is I'm feeling just like a rebirth, and this is a great and the issues you passed through, even though you are so cool, you are so focusing on your target, and whenever we saw you, we have seen you so smiling, and it is only possible for Ash Mufare. I think none can do it. So, as you always says that you are gonna, or we are for you, and with the whole community around the globe, I think at your side always with our wholehearted support. So I don't have don't have any question actually, but I'm very curious to know that the turbulence and the challenges you went through, even though you were so cool, so focusing to your target, how did you remain so cool? This question is almost like Collins. So could you please give us some tips that how is possible to keep odd situation, negative situations you have passed through? So give us some. Thank you.
I appreciate you, and I'm so thankful that you. Good to see you, Shashanta. A couple of things. I know when this is a temporary act, whether it's an event or issue, and I know being negative and frustrated and having the anxiety is not going to help it. It's unhealthy. So being like breathing and dealing with it with wisdom and calmness is far more effective. That's I'm really strong about my belief. Okay, I do the best in my hands, and I leave the rest in God's hand. Very, very easy, and with that, you can sleep really good.
Thank you, Ash. You know that in Bangladesh, we are also passing through so many turbulence, but still, whatever is happening, we are always at your support. We believe that whatever you are doing, that is for the
Yeah.
better cause of
Let me ask
the
you,
better cause
Engineer
of people
Shashank,
around the globe.
what better or greater motive for any of you, okay, to think like you're waking up and knowing that if you succeed or if you are in this direction, you're going to make a significant positive impact, even in generations to come. And I have seen already that initial impact or transformation. So what better motive than that? Like, or versus like, let's say, waking up thinking, how can I increase my bank account? Like a typical traditional motive. All right. And oh, this is frustrating. Like, let me just have an investment or have an easy work or business. I don't have to care about others. But how fulfilling is that? So the reward of giving and making that helping creating that legacy and giving the hope, you know, to millions of people among the world, right? It's a bigger cause to live for. It's more fulfilling and rewarding. So I keep my eyes always on the big picture. I don't let the small petty details affect my attitude toward that, because in my mind it's done. So this is temporary. I know where I'm going. It's clear, crystal clear. I'm going to get there, not because of how good I am, because of how good is the vision, how clear it is, and we're willing to pay the efforts, and we're not going to leave unturned stone to navigate until we solve it, until we get there. And you have enough demand on it, your support, your belief, all of you. So there's no reason for us not to get there. I'm that bold and clear on the end result.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you
And
so
we're
much.
closing the finish line. Of
But
course, my pleasure.
we are today more happy that every week we'll see you, we'll be in the webinar, and definitely we'll get more and more updates. Thank you so much. We are really blessed. We are really grateful to you. Thank you. Back to Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're helping me.
Yeah, see? I knew I liked
Okay.
that guy better.
He's better than me. Yes, definitely.
Very good, Shashante. Okay, we're gonna do Jean Aliva. She's back. I know her battery's charging now. Jean, Janet, and then we're gonna go to Peter, Daryl, and then closing Robin. I think I got everyone.
I think I need to do like 20 push-ups. I'll be back. Okay, so I need to get ready for this.
Yeah, so you don't have to see me crash and burn.
Good. No.
Well,
Good to see
thank
you,
you,
Jean.
Chris. Oh, so good to see you, Ash. I'm going to, I mean, everyone that spoke has already spoken, about, 90% of my heart. I extend my condolences to you for your beloved uncle, the loss. I hope that the love that we surround you with every single day helps to comfort you, and that the memory of his laughter, and I'm sure he's going to be guiding you from the other side, with suggestions and ideas. I believe that with my whole heart. I just I hope also that seeing everybody on the screen here and knowing how many thousands are watching and how much they support you, is you take it as proof that you have already had this massive impact, because you've shown us the example, not just what you just suggested to Engineer Sushanta, but the idea that you can slog through darkness on a daily basis and still choose to see the good in people and to choose to do the good thing and the hard thing, but the good thing, the right thing. And you've shown us this day in and day out. And so I just want to thank you for your fortitude and for the strength of your heart, that you have shown us such a beautiful example that we already have taken into our lives over the years. I am a better person for having known you and for having known every single person here. And again, everyone that's watching and in the chats. And there's so much love and support for you, Ash, every single day. And so I guess if I had a question for you, it would be, knowing what you've shared now and knowing that there's a lot of mystery around our moving forward, a lot of not knowing exactly what it's going to look like. Everybody watching, what can we do now to support knowing what's happening with Onpassive, what's to come? How can we as we move forward?
Special to all of us, and definitely there's something that you already do. I could only be more inspired by what you do. Personality, obviously, we know this about you. We all have some garbage in our life, and life can be brutal, but we keep that. Any progress talking and crying about it, you'd be shocked how much we go through. Okay, I mean, on a daily basis, and I have a choice also. It's a choice. So I believe that I'm very alert. Proven it can shut down your immunity system for a while, like every negative thought, 48 hours, like 2 days. So having a horrible day, if you're trapped into that negativity, you're destroyed, and you're not going to be effective. You're not going to be as productive. No promised an outcome. So be positive. Being positive is a part of for us to be clear, sincerely to ourselves. Everybody, this is an invitation to everyone. Think about if you're in it or not. But if you choose to be in it, you got to be all the way. Don't do things half sleeve or just like sounds like a promising community, or even if I have unclarity about the behind the horizon, okay, I really want to go there. This is something better than what I've seen so far elsewhere, or to my knowledge as of now. I really want to experience this, okay, and see the possibilities, okay, focus on the possibilities, not this is to everybody, not just Gene, okay, that make a clear decision today or as soon as you can. Don't waste another day or week or month in your life unsure about something. It's either you love or don't love. Don't be in something that you're not sure about it or half love or hate. That's the loser mentality. They're in something they hate. I hate this job. You go, I hate this person or this person. Why are you with them? Or I hate this life, or make it, you change it, you haul, okay? So this is the best part. It's a choice. We live in an era or age of choices. Even that simple thing. So it's a good chance for everybody to kind of like reflect and make a choice, make a solid final decision. You're in or out. If you choose to be in, don't be skeptical. You got to believe all the way. Without the mechanics, I just said in the very beginning, in summer 2018, I didn't talk about the details. It wasn't even clear to me all the way through, right? It was a smaller goal initially, right? We've expanded that together. Not even the name, not even the website, but because of the person. But you know what? I'm comfortable to do business or have any relationship, like a positive, respectful relationship with Gina Leva, for example. I would love to do that. And it doesn't matter the details or the mechanics. I like Francine. I love Dan. I love okay. So this community or this group and all those who are listening, not necessarily on the panel, but if we believe in this network, there's nothing we cannot achieve together. There's nothing. But especially if we have a vision, we have a unique vision, right? It's not like we don't know what we're going to do. We know exactly what we want to do, where we're going to go, and the minor details will come as we go in detail. So the mindset and the decision is what I would recommend within this period, because we're in such a shift. We're in a transition now between something was the initiative or uh, the, the 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 trigger of something that was promising, but now we're going to a direction with more clarity, with more experience, with more resources, with more facts checked, all of that. It's better by nature, by logic. You're not going to do something worse. So we're going. If we believe in the people around, this journey. So I believe in everybody here and those who are listening and those who will come in the future. And that alone is enough. So I wouldn't stress or pressure anybody to, you've got to believe it. No, we're talking naturally. That's one of the reasons I put the PowerPoint aside today. I said, I'm going to speak from the heart again. Okay. And I do have PowerPoint. I said, I'm not going to show them. I'm not going to go scripted. I would just have a conversation from the heart so we can decide how we move forward together. Now, I don't know if you caught this, I wouldn't defend. There are people who you're going to find will undermine what we're doing no matter what. And the best treatment to those bugs, insects basically, is to ignore them fully, like they don't exist. You give them any reaction, that means they exist and they're bothering you. They're telling you, I'm no one, because they don't have a proper name, they don't have a business, they don't have a website, they don't have none of that. They're just like vomiting. Whatever you come up with, they're just going to vomit at you. So is that some credible source that you want to listen to, or completely ignore it? Ignore the ignorant. That's a remedy. I know it works all the time. You watch them, whether you care or don't listen. You're not going to change their mind. I promise you. I'd rather to invest my time, energy, and breath with somebody who's wanting to change and open for that change. But if somebody is telling you, I'm bad, I'm ashamed to show my name because I don't believe in myself, I don't have any offer, I'm just going to vomit at you, maybe just who they are. They're just bad humans. And that's their legacy. So don't let that, distract you. So stay away from distraction, decide, make a decision, be clear. And if you go in, go all the way in, all the way. Not like on the fence. It's either you're in or out. And if you're in, you're going to win. No doubt. That's my part. But we have a few sessions from now until then, to be more specific, Gene. And I think to gather together again and stay connected is essential. And of course, we're going to need your input in some choices, like I would say, it's nothing written in any holy book or Bible that you've got to do it this way. There are always different ways to do things, and that's where have a discussion from the heart. Which way do we do it? What's better, this or that? Because one is too small of a number to create input.
Thank you, Ash.
My pleasure, always. And I'm going to send it.
I have a boo-boo to make here. Because he doesn't have his camera on. Xavier is on there. I miss Dan. My God, Dan, I'm sorry. And then the three, I'm leaving you guys to almost the end. Robin,
Yeah, jump in. Yeah, let's open it. Okay.
So let's go to Janet Butler. Almost forgot.
One or two questions at the end, if it's okay, to anyone. I don't have a specific person to ask, but yeah.
Go ahead. Yes, you can. Janet, how you doing, beautiful?
I'm good. Thanks, Chris. Glad to
Hi, Janet.
Right now. And I really appreciate you taking this time to share such an honest update with us. It's clear the journey hasn't truly never wavered, and I'm still 100% on board. And in hearing how much you've overcome, it's comforting that you see God's hand and give God the credit through it all. I'm really looking forward to what's next, and with faith and purpose. I really do believe you've mentioned answer to it. And I know that is the world's beacon of hope. That's it. I don't really have a question. I'm just happy to be here and thankful for the time that you've taken to get.
Janet, definitely. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Janet. All right. Xavier, are you on there? I see your name. I don't see your camera on. Come on, buddy. You can't stay hid forever. You got to turn that camera on. Well, unmute yourself, my brother. One of the biggest YouTube channels we got out there, Xavier.
Right. It's the biggest. I believe so.
Yeah. You can unmute yourself, my brother.
No, thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, staying very late with us.
Yeah, 12:30 a.m.
Thank you, Xavier.
I'll be on my second copy at that time. Yeah, second cup of coffee.
All right, let's do. I'm going to do Mr. Peter Rogers, Daryl Cook, the 3O Tech guys, and Robin. I think I got everybody this time. So, Mr. Peter Rogers, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Channel.
Of course.
I haven't really got a question. I think you've sort of answered most of the questions that I got going through my mind. What your honesty, and you've obviously explained what you've been through, the difficulties that you've been through. My heart bleeds for you, really, because it's a journey, and it's been a tough journey for you. And I just want to say, while I forget as well, my condolences to you. I think everybody on the panel that's been on the panel has asked some really good questions, and they inspire me as well as you, Ash. I mean, you're a teacher to me. What you come out with and the way you explain things, you teach us to think the right positive way. And these people here, they're all the same as well. I learn a lot from every one of them, and I'm 100% behind Onpassive. I always have been. Journey, yeah, we've had our downs, but we know there's going to be a lot of ups coming in the future, and I completely trust in what you're doing, Ash, and that's all I got really to say. I think you're a great bloke. Thank you.
We also believe in you. Look who you brought to us. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So you've done really good. Yeah, thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you.
It's refreshing to see you always.
True gentleman, Peter is. Peter, nice. True gentleman. We have a lot of respect for Mr. Daryl Cook. The floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm glad to be here at this confirmation hearing, and I just want to let you know we're going to stick to the facts, and I will refuse to yield any of my time back to Dan Straight. So here we go. Being invited on this, and Ash, as well, I lost my brother back in October. Time is a great healer, and I know that during this next few weeks and months, you'll have many memories to bring you back to your uncle. In the beginning of your delivery today, in your updates, you said that none of us are obligated to be here. It's a choice. And it was very interesting. I was listening to, I'm a golfer. I love golf. And I was listening to some of the masters commentating, and there's I don't know if you've heard of this man. His name is Scott Van Pelt, and he's a big sports announcer for ESPN. And I know the translation of this may be weird for some people, and I don't want you to think that I'm not humbled to be here, but here's what Scott said about golf tournaments. And the question was asked to him, do you have, but I get to be here. And that to me was just so fitting for today. I am so humbled because I get to be part of this incredible way
It
to
is
be
a
able to,
movement.
yeah. But I find it as a way to change how I was thinking. Fact number one, I came into this because Dan Street said, hey, this might really work out and there might be some good income. Well, great. And that was my attitude. But then I saw, and then it allowed me to say, hey, you know, there's a space in this for me as an educator. And I want to know now that hopefully bureaucracy has helped move this this burden lightning in that aspect. It seems to be helping and moving along. But with your vision of the company now, that you can vision for the company in its ability to move and to change the education sector as we move forward for everybody to succeed in their learning, their knowledge, and how to apply that. So how does the company see it helping along in that?
Beautiful. So good. Wow, that was enlightening from you about Scott. To witness this journey with this movement and this collection. So I want to be clear about the bureaucracy thing. I'm hoping that it will change. I certainly am in favor of all of that, but I don't believe the current system is ideal. There's always room for improvement. I did ask, you know, just around the election of last year, if this would affect the case, the outcome. The speculation was back then, it's unlikely, okay, but we hope so. When it obviously the first thing, you know, the beginning of January, even in December, we started hearing about the commission. I think, you know, Gary Gisner, I think, okay, that was being replaced. And we've asked about the income. If it was a cryptocurrency case, it could have had any impact. So the answer, it was no impact for Onpassive case, zero impact on all of that. I did all that. It's just a question I immediately asked the lawyers and all that, and the answer was zero impact. Okay, they're not going to cancel cases have been investigated for 7 years. They've invested a lot in it, but we do hope. I share that hope with you. In the future, there will be improvement in the bureaucracy and thing. You know, we want an effective system. We want discipline. Now, one of the things meant for the dollar figure, okay, and it became bigger. It is a part of the, you know, there is something that is beyond, like more meaningful, more. I personally have known people with big figures, meaningless. Okay, they made, inspired me or made an impact in my vision or personality. They don't have much wealth, and I know for sure many people could gather. They could go strictly after financial objectives. Okay, they could reach that. They could be rich. Rich means having good figures in the bank, okay, or having toys or materialistic things. But those people who created that abundance through a meaningful process are wealthier in spirit, and they can create wealth anyway. This is what I believe we have created. We've created, at least we're scratching the surface of a wealth status versus like richness and just getting, money. Comes with a meaningful thing. A meaningful thing, life starts with our education. Is we are exactly how educated we are. So the educational, let's say, software or platform that we're an application that how much money we can make. Okay. We're very, very serious about this, not because of the money potential with it, for a couple of reasons. There's a massive demand, not lack or broken in a way. So there's a massive demand for something that is clean and more complete, more effective, more efficient. In the meantime, I just know how major impact this would make and a legacy. It will change generations to the better. It will equip them. I believe where there's a educated generation or community or society is low crime. There's more accomplishment. There's more knowledge and perseverance and many my objective in life in binary, this would be number one. That passion and the real, how much we recognize the impact of it. That is overshadowing, the educational system everywhere. It's bureaucracy was killing it. It's the outdated. It's time for that change. I believe this will be disruptive. This will be disruptive, and you don't want to take that like in a month or day. Over time, access to unlimited education faster. I said it previously. Today, your brain has the capacity of what terabytes, 2,500 terabytes. We can never scratch the surface So it's my passion. Really seriously believe we're going to make a big hit in this. And we're going to be so proud. This is believed in and worked on it, and it's a good mission to live for.
Well, it's given me a great passion to get up every day. My wife and I talk about it all the time because we have 7 grandchildren who are being homeschooled. Something better. And I'm just glad that I have the opportunity to be a little bit of a voice in that. And thanks again.
Oh, it was a pleasure, Daryl. I think we're going to be so proud of.
Very
all right.
Yeah,
back
I
to
yield
you,
back my
Master.
time. Yeah, yield back. Dan, because I know Dan is cool, calm, and collected. So, Mr. Dan, it's all yours, brother.
Oh, that's okay, Chris. You can forget about me. That's all right. Hey, Ash, my condolences as well.
Thank you.
I think all I have to say is one thing that stuck out to me about what you said today is that 2024 was the best year ever. And he gave us a good boost, and he had mercy on us, and he gave you a good path forward, and he gave all of us a good path forward. And you've had that stamina. You also said you've had that stamina, and we appreciate more than you know that stamina that you have to get us and move this company forward. And you also are, what strikes me about you, Ash, that just is so wonderful is how humble you are and how you are willing to admit mistakes, but also admit the fact that you are motivated to continue learning. Motivated all of us to strive to challenge ourselves as well, challenge ourselves to learn more, to stay engaged. So thank you very, very much for all that you've done for us, and we're on board, and we can't wait for the next chapter. Back to Michigan. Thanks, Chris.
Back to Michigan, but I want to thank you, Dan. I appreciate you. It means a lot coming from you, and you've been a much.
Thank you, Ash.
By the way, can we all clap for Mr. DeGarmo reaching 90,000 subscribers on his channel? Okay. I mean,
finally.
Who's gonna be 90,001?
That's a good one. Okay. Back to Michigan. All right. And now the last 4 individuals, and I'm going to go alphabetical order. So that would be Bob, Oliver, and then Vincent, and then Robin Noble. Well, 3. But I figured big bang boom at the end there.
Hello, brother Chris. Hello, Ash. It's good to be here. No, Chris, that's fine. You know, when concise manner. So it's good to be here. Ash, please, you are a source of strength to me personally, a source of strength and inspiration. I think sometime last year you lost your nephew in a drowning in Germany, and then you lost your in-laws.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You know, but you are able to compartmentalize yourself and deal with these situations. You focus. That's what goal that you've set for us, and you're carrying us behind your back, sir. So I really appreciate point presentation, so that the messaging should be concise. So hopefully maybe next
Topics, obviously,
yes.
this was broader.
Yeah.
To
So
kickstart.
Is on user experience. You know, deliver something you will not put your name on it. And when you speak of your disposition tells us something real exciting. So, and we know see everything in real time. So can you give us an insight of how what the details, any details, just give us a little bit of
Thank you. I appreciate you, Bob. You're an incredible brother. We love you. You are worth by your network, okay? As often as I said, the bigger the dream, the bigger the team, but there's one part, which is the better the team, the better the dream, okay? So the quality is more important than just the signs that I know. That I'll give you an observation, for example. Repeating to the team about something you want to have done. I don't have somebody bigger than me, and it's not in our capacity, our potential, our ability. Something, and like you thought you knew enough to nail it, but there is something above that, like you headache we love, okay? I know I'm growing. Growth when you're being stretched and challenged and learning new things that, yeah, but there's more, but there's something like newer and all of that. Better effect always. It's not just about like, okay, we have to do it this way. No. Well, it's more fulfilling if you say, this is my vision. Okay, but I want the very best product, the finest product. And I really don't want to repeat something. Quality and value. So it's learning effect from them. You're with the right people and seeing the results. Having 100 programmers on one project, and it's taken 3 years or 4 years. So it's taken 3 years, 100 people. In 3 months, 10 people, 120 my satisfactory. This is more, there's more. We got what you needed or what you wanted, okay? And we know more, so obviously just a handful. So this is a sign. Now measure that on a broader base. So company, I don't want to say it loud, but let's put in your head the biggest 5 tech. When somebody can come and tell you this is what they're using, and to do it better is this is what we're doing. How do I know? Seeing the results. That's why I have this calmness. I know where we're going. Done. And rightfully said, Red, it doesn't matter who's working. It's like the end result is what matters. Like say we own Burj Khalifa, okay? We own it. But then we have a sketchy tick, or we don't even know where we're operating. But we have the we go for flawless. So again, we don't want to succeed backward. We want to do the always good to see you, and back to Mr. Handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Ash. I want to thank you very much, and also
you.
accept my condolence and
Thank you.
good that God to continue to life and the kid for being there by you, supporting you, and for you to carry this journey to lead us to that promise. I want to talk about trust. You just talk about trust, and and this is the second time you mentioned trust. And for what I know about trust is that company, you trust, but you verify. And IT, building of the products in all the sectors, finance, HR, building the application. And again, what has happened? The level of trust, and do you verify now that this thing it will not happen? That's my question. Thank you.
Yeah. So there's no such a thing, okay? What's guaranteed?